Come to a comfortable child's pose. Take the knees wide on the mat and set your bottom back to your heels. Allow the forehead to become heavy. If it's not reaching the floor comfortably, use a pillow. And allow the palms to rest steadily down. And take at least 5 really deep breaths here, or as long as you need to come into a state of calm in the body. Notice that when you breathe in, the belly expands towards the thighs and spreads a deeper breath across the lower back. And as you breathe out, you feel the belly soften gently back towards the spine. Now when you're ready, on an inhale, lift the body up towards a tabletop. Stack the hands gently underneath the shoulders. And then comfortably, or when you're comfortable, begin to lift the bottom up towards the sky on a breath in. And settle into a downward facing dog. We'll stay here for a little while, as long as you need to feel the body liven, the backs of the legs start to wake up. Bend the knees as much as you need to get the spine to feel elongated. The heels touching the floor is not required if it's not comfortable. Spread the palms fully and gaze at the space just in between your feet. Take one more full breath here. And a big exhale, breathe out. And from here, start to walk the hands back towards your feet and find a ragdoll pose. Forward fold with the feet apart. And you can choose what you're doing with your arms here. Perhaps they hang elbow to elbow. And you could lightly grasp the back of the head. And you might find it nice to clasp the hands behind the body and take them up and over, and stretching a little more deeply into shoulders. Again, bend the knees as much as you need and breathe deeply and fully. And we'll take one more big inhale here. And a full breath out as you plant the hands and walk back towards downward facing dog. And feel the body unravel as you do. Now we'll look towards the hands and walk the feet up towards the top of the mat, the other way. This time try the feet together. Notice the difference in the forward fold here. Take a halfway lift, elongate through the spine, straighten the legs. And then exhale, settle into Malasana or Yogi squat pose. And take the feet wide on the mat and the toes point out. And really do use support here, so a block or a cushion, a pillow underneath the bum if it doesn't feel comfortable to stay in your squat. Hands can be at the heart, spine is straight, shoulders are moving away from the ears. As the stretch intensifies, breathe even more deeply. Now gently bring the hands behind you, let the bottom come back towards the floor. The soles of the feet come together and the knees fall apart for butterfly pose. Take a breath in to elongate spine forwards, and then an exhale, allow your body to round, settle in, let the head fully relax. Try and hold no sense of a pull or a grip. And allow yourself to stay here for as long as you need. This pose can be really grounding. Feel free to stop the video if you need a little longer. When you're ready to move on, draw the knees together and cross at the legs. Just notice which you have in front. And then we'll bring the right hand to the side of the body, lift the left arm up and over for a side stretch. And come back through center. And then on your exhale, fold forwards over your cross-legged. Release the head, release into the hips. Again, stay as long as you need to feel sensation or something start to open through your hips. You walk the hands back and take them behind you. Engage the core to uncross legs and cross the other way. And then the left hand by the hips to sweep the right arm up and over. And keep the chest skyward open as you breathe into inside of the rib cage. Lifting gently back through center. Inhale to lengthen spine. Exhale to fold into the hip stretch on the other side. Try and let the head fully relax. Release through the jaw. At least one more full breath in. Whole back of body. And a big exhale, breathe out. Rise up, releasing cross of the legs. Now straighten them in front of you for your forward fold. You'll fold as far as is comfortable, as far as you can breathe. Reaching your feet is not necessary. You might find the floor either side of your legs, your thighs or your shin bones. Use your breath to continue a sense of elongation through the spine. And then on the exhale, let the head relax, but keep the chest a little open. The sensation is that you're folding from the hips. Keep the feet active. Again, take as long as you need in this pose to release backs of legs. And when you're ready to move, you'll rise up. Perhaps hold on to shins in a seated position for a moment. Just to feel real elongation through spine, shoulders move away from ears. And then very slowly start to roll back towards the floor. As you land, plant the feet firmly underneath knees. Press into them to begin to lift the hips for bridge pose. Palms are open for this one, so the shoulders release and the upper back is spread and spacious. Press into feet, slight engagement of belly. So it's a really supported back bend. And again, just as long as you need here. And when you're ready, the belly releases, the hips release. And you find the floor. And we'll take a really restorative inversion here. So the legs will lift straight up towards the sky, the ceiling. Now notice if this is causing a lot of struggle through the belly and the lower back, you might rest a cushion or a blanket underneath your hips, give you a little extra support. Allow the feet to hang here, so sensation that the bones stack on bones and are heavy. Again, I'd encourage a good 10 cycles of breath. Feel free to stop the video anytime you need. When you're ready to move on, the knees fall back to the chest. And you take both knees towards the left for a reclining twist. Try and keep the right shoulder on the floor. And you might choose to look towards the right or straight up. Use your inhale to take the legs back through center. Maybe a little squeeze of knees to chest on the way through. And then over to the right. And again, the gaze, your head might fall towards the left. Encourage the left shoulder to stay grounded. And you might use the right hand lightly on the top of the left thigh. Breathe big here, so you should feel as though the rib cage and the lungs that rest on the side of the body are getting some new space. And bring the knees back through center. Give yourself a hug. And then when you're ready, you'll move towards a resting pose, Shavasana. Allow the legs to be straight and wide, so you're filling up the space around your physical body. And your palms are open and the eyes are closed here. Notice that the jaw can relax. And the whole body can have a feeling of becoming very heavy, fully supported by the floor. And I'd like you to stay here for at least 20 cycles of breath, or as long as you need today. Rest is one of the